Where did they bury you alive?
I don't know. I don't know. I know I was cold.
Who is Hans talking with there?
This is a seance from 1964 at the Morris-Jumel mansion in New York City. Hans is communicating through his trance medium, Ethel Myers, with the spirit of Stephen Jumel, who was supposedly killed by his wife, Eliza.
I know this story. This is one of Hans's most famous cases.
A teacher and her students were waiting outside the mansion one morning. At this point, it had become a museum, when a woman appeared on the balcony and shushed them, told them to be quiet. When the teacher and the students entered the mansion, they asked the tour guide who the woman was, but it turns out there was no one else there.
But when they saw the painting in the front foyer, they immediately knew it was Eliza Jumel.
Exactly. Here's another portrait of her.
Sounds like the lady of the house is definitely not at rest.
Or there's something entirely different there, something darker.
Well, then I guess we need to go to see if we can figure out who or what this darker presence is.
I'll let them know you're coming.
"50 years ago, Hans helped put the Morris-Jumel mansion on the map as a haunted hotspot. And while Hans was able to help cross over the spirit of Stephen Jumel, he wasn't able to do the same for his widow, Eliza. I'm meeting at the house with our psychic mediums, Cindy and Shane, our equipment tech. Without knowing anything about the case, Cindy will do a reading of the home. All right, guys, I'm set up in the basement at base camp, so let's get started. See if she finds the same paranormal presence here that Hans found, or if this really has gotten worse.
I just need a minute to feel where I feel drawn in this house. I know that there's a woman that still hangs out here all the time. I keep feeling this woman saying, "You can't make me leave. I don't want to leave here. You can't take me out of this house. This is my house. I'm not going anywhere."
She's definitely picking up on Eliza.
Really feel like pulled upstairs. I was feeling that woman as I was walking up the stairs. She's brilliant with documents. I'm seeing all these documents and writing and business dealings and things, but there was I feel like there's a maid that lives here too, or hangs out in the upstairs too. People would see her wearing clothes like a maid. She wanders this house as well. Okay, this is getting even weirder. I keep seeing a white candle being lit, and I'm seeing feathers too. Do they ever accuse the maid or the help of coming in here and doing like conjuring or spells or anything? It's not really witchcraft. It's just spell work.
There's no record of that.
There's no record of that.
That's weird.
Did you just hear that? That came from inside this room. You just heard that cough right here, right?
I heard it like a snore. It was weird.
We're getting some strange activity down in the basement. You ever get that feeling that you're completely unwelcome somewhere? That's how I felt on my first night in the Morris-Jumel mansion. Our baseline investigation was really interesting. We found that it lined up pretty perfectly with what your dad experienced 50 years ago here.
My father believed that he had helped cross over the spirit of Stephen Jumel. But what happens when we remove the spirit? That could shift the energy and balance of that environment. As a result, someone or something else could move forward into the environment, creating other disturbances.
That's what we're gonna go in and try to figure out.
I know I was cold.
gonna set the millimeter right underneath the lights that you said was flickering.
Right underneath here.
And I'm gonna set the REM function here. So if anything comes near this antenna, we're gonna be able to pick it up.
That basement seems like the center of it all. So Shane and I will start down there in complete darkness, while Cindy watches our back and does some automatic writing at base camp.
This is Dave and Shane. We're down in the... Look at that. I mean, that's an immediate hit. Are you the same entity that was down here with me last night? Can you tell us, did you die in this house? Do you just come here to visit?
Whatever you guys do, don't go into Eliza's room. She just said, my room, get out of my room, get out of my room.
Are you afraid of Mrs. Jumel? Is there somebody here that frightens you? Okay.
Wow.
Is there something down here that frightens you? Is there something up on the floor where Madame Jumel's room is that you're afraid of?
I haven't seen EMF levels fluctuating like that.
Something's trying to get our attention. Let's grab our and get upstairs.
Okay.
I'm just gonna warn you guys, Eliza doesn't want you going into her room. She's gonna try to stop you. She said, I'm not gonna let him through the doors.
What's your secret? What don't you want us to find here?
Do you want us to get out of here? If so, can you let us know somehow?
Shane,
What?
we get company. Something's standing right there. Were you brought in place of Stephen Jumel? No, look at that. Dude, it shouldn't be doing that. I don't think this thing is human. No, that's not human.
And
Whoa,
look,
just shut down the
just shut-
entire... Cindy, are you seeing this? It just shut down our camera completely. Cindy, do you want to come up here with us for a little bit on the 3rd floor?
Yep, I'm coming right up.
All right, thanks. All right, Cindy, the reason I wanted you to come up here, I don't know if you just saw what happened.
There's a lot of different stuff going on in this place, like a lot. Maybe I should go in and see if I can feel something.
Cindy, EVP starting now. Okay. I just keep seeing Eliza staring at us from outside of the door.
Something is moving around out here, Cindy.
That's Eliza. That's gotta be Eliza. She's here.
Eliza.
It's her.
What the? That was directly downstairs.
We're getting activity on all 3 floors. We're getting it from the attic, we're getting it from the floor above, we're getting stuff on this floor. I think this is where we need to split up. We've got to go isolation. Shane, I'd like you to start off in the basement. Cindy, where do you feel like you need to go?
To Eliza's room. I have to go into Eliza's room.
I don't want to do this.
Cindy, EVP, Eliza's room, and automatic writing.
Beginning EVP session in the octagonal room, isolation.
I know that you're here, Eliza. I can see you.
Who is here with me? I'm seeing shadows. I don't know if it's my eyes playing tricks on me or what.
Wow. It is just a wall of coal right here. It's right here.
Man, I'm really creeped out right now. Dave, is that you?
This is a temperature gauge. Green is showing room temperature. Anything cold turns it blue. I'm feeling this cold right here. Look at that. It's physically changing the temperature on here.
I don't even know that this is Eliza anymore. I feel there's several people around. I just heard you dwell in the place that we wander, and some of us are lost and some of us are at peace. And they said you never know when to stop. Oh, this is really freaking me out. This isn't Eliza I'm talking to, this is somebody else. Oh, I'm so scared right now, I can't. This is so scary.
I just saw something in the corner. It was like a shadow. I don't know if it's my eyes playing tricks on me or not. There's no way I'm going back down there.
There's something really dark in this house that's totally with me right now.
We can't figure out what's going on here if we keep running out of rooms every time something weird happens. We have to challenge it.
Eliza, please talk to me through automatic writing. Who is here with you that's making everybody in this house feel like they're going crazy right now?
Come on, man, you got this, all right?
Oh, I'm getting tingles this is crazy. This is so crazy. Oh my God. Something was definitely opened up here. Something happened. There's a medium that came into this house, and I don't even think it was Hans. It was somebody else who came after Hans, who opened this place up so much, it's like a free-for-all in here. It's not good.
I'm hearing stuff in my earpiece.
I'm done. It's really not good. I'm done. Are you okay?
No,
What happened?
I'm hearing stuff in my earpiece
What do you hear?
saying, get out. And I thought it was you.
No.
I ran out of my room too.
No way. No way.
Are you okay?
No.
Come here, Shane, don't be afraid, come here. We came here to reinvestigate this and poke the hornet's nest, and we got stung.
Yeah.
But we can't let this thing run us out. Maybe we need to do what Hans and Ethel did. Just go straight up seance.
I've got my recorder right here.
Reveal who you are. Can you leave and go back to the people that brought you here?
You didn't live here. Why are you here?
Last night's investigation shook our team to its core. Whatever's there besides Eliza Jumel, it's not human. Look what it starts doing. It starts...
It's crawling.
It's almost like it's crawling
Oh, that's
up.
so weird.
We tried to make contact through isolation experiments.
Is that you on the earpiece?
No.
And it responded with anger.
I'm hearing stuff in my earpiece.
Whoa, no.
I was frozen in fear. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe what was going on.
But even with all the evidence that we gathered, we still have more questions than answers.
I want you to check this out.
I don't like this at all. I do not feel comfortable here. Who are you?
What is that first sound that we're picking up?
Like a rayo or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then again, sometimes the most unsettling part of looking for an answer is finding one. As director of the museum, Chris is intimately familiar with the stories of this house, but I think this might even surprise him.
When Hans Holzer came here so many decades ago, they set out to help the spirit of Stephen Jumel to cross over. And we kind of had this concept that in doing so, it created kind of a paranormal opening that allowed some maybe not so friendly entities in. After we did our full-scale investigation, though, we think we've uncovered something that might make a lot more sense.
I don't like this at all. I do not feel comfortable here. Who are you?
That was really clear.
Now, when we first heard this EVP, we could hear a word, but we couldn't pick out exactly what it was, at least not in a language we understood.
After speaking to Dave, he mentioned to me that you had seen people practicing Santeria on the property.
Yes. We've seen people coming in, usually dressed in white, placing, I guess if you're going to call them offerings, things like that.
We realized what was coming out was Alejo. In Santeria, it means outsider.
We have a priest who's very high up in the Church of Santeria. With your permission, we'd like to bring him in.
We can't guarantee that it's going to work.
Okay,
But we'd like to try.
let's give it a try.
When people feel the presence of something unknown, something paranormal, they often turn to religious rituals for help.
I don't believe that the Santeros coming here to perform ritual. I don't believe they were coming here to do any harm to the property or anybody inside of this house.
But whatever they've been doing has only worsened the haunting.
There's something here that doesn't belong.
In the years since Hans visited the Morris-Jumel mansion, this haunting has taken a negative turn. But with the right rituals and practices, this presence can hopefully be removed.